I called my grandfather for his 90th birthday. I said, "Hey, Grandpa, happy birthday." And he goes, "Thanks, Neil. I appreciate it." I said, "Well, how's it feel to be 90?" And he says to me, "I don't know. I've never been 90 before." I say, "Well, how are you feeling? How are things?" He goes, "Well, the weather's not so great. Um, I feel a little bit achy, but I appreciate wishing me happy birthday, and I'll talk to you soon." You know, he's an old man. He doesn't want to talk to anybody anymore. The guy's been around for 90 years. And I go, wait, Grandpa, let me ask you a couple questions. Is that okay?" He goes, "Yeah, sure. What do you got?" I said, "Well, I was thinking about you yesterday. I saw this picture of bowling alleys in like the 1940s and 50s, where they would have little children, like 10-year-olds, run out and stack the pins for people who are bowling. And it made me think of you. And I thought, man, how much life has changed since you were, a young kid." I said, that's had to be pretty epic to see so much change go on in so many different ways. And he goes, "Yeah, actually, that's a good point. There was stuff like that when he was little, and then it just progressed onto planes and now up to talking cars and technology." He goes, "Yeah, that was pretty amazing." He goes, "You're actually right. All right, well, I'll talk to you later." I'm like, No, Grandpa, I got just two little more questions. Two things I want to say to you." He goes, "Okay." I said, "Grandpa," I said, 90 years is a very long time. I said, "I want to ask you a question." I said, "Do you have any regrets? What would you do differently?" And he goes, "That's a good question, Neil." He goes, "Honestly, regrets?" He goes, For a guy of my skills," he goes, "I lived a pretty successful life. I'm very proud of your mother. I'm very proud of your uncle. I'm proud of my family. I was pretty successful financially." He goes, "But I really wish I would have gotten a college degree." He goes, when I was younger, college was just more so about putting your nose in a book, but it seems like college these days is a lot more about experience, and you can learn a lot more. So I really wish that I had gotten a degree." I said, "That's it?" He goes, "Honestly, that's it." He goes, "That's the only regret I have, is that I didn't have a college degree." And I said, "Well, what I'm hearing from you really is that you wished you would have learned more. And if that's the only regret that you have in life, is that you wished you would have learned more, well, I think you're doing pretty good." And then he said, "Yep, pretty much. All right, well, I'll talk to you soon." I was like, No, Grandpa, Grandpa, one more thing." And he goes, "Sure, what's up?" I think he thought I was going to ask him for money or something, honestly. But I said, "Grandpa," I said, "I just want to share with you that, as I'm 40, I've got all four of my grandparents alive. And you're the young one. And when I'm trying to explain to people what it's like to have that, I always tend to want to speak about you. And I say that, you were the man who was the constant in my life growing up. And I appreciate that. And I always say that you're the only person I've ever met in my life that every single decision that they've ever made, my grandfather always makes the right decision. Whether it was a hard decision or an easy decision, you always made the right decisions. And you're the person who's always made life seem like it's easier than it really is, because of your capability to always make the right decision for your family. And I'm grateful for that. And I appreciate that. And I really hope you're with us for a lot longer." And he said, "Well, Neil, I appreciate that." He's a little bit choked up about it. But he said, "Thank you." And I said, "No, Grandpa, thank you. I appreciate it. And I'll see you soon." I just had to capture that on video, and I want to share that with some folks, because anyone who knows Mike Bafalco knows that that's true.